Calling the council of the whole committee meeting for September 24th, 2024, the board is set again. All members of the council are present. All members of the administration are present, except for finance director Shazell. If anyone recording this meeting is a courtesy to the public, please identify yourselves and fellow attendees of the being recorded. Seeing none, the city of Eastwood is recording this meeting. I'm now going to turn the meeting over to our police chief. And swearing in the office.
All right, well, thanks everybody for coming. I know all of you aren't here for a council meeting. You're all welcome to stay. You're all welcome to stay. So it's kind of our tradition as a department when we have promotions, we invite the families to come down for a ceremonial swearing in front of council. Let the wives stand on, or whichever family member you guys choose. But we have 3 guys that are getting sworn in today. 1 lieutenant, 2 sergeants. I was up here 2 weeks ago, got sworn into my position, and special occasion for these guys. It's just good to see everybody here coming out to support them. First person I'm going to call up is Ken Roberts, and is being promoted from sergeant to lieutenant. Ken is going to be joined up here for his own office by his wife Dawn, his sons Matthew and Owen, and his mother Anita.
I, Ken Roberts, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution and laws of the United States. Constitution and laws of the state of Ohio. Constitution and laws of the state of Ohio. The ordinances of the city of Eastlake. The ordinances of the city of Eastlake. And to the best of my ability will discharge the duties of officer of police lieutenant for the city of Eastlake. To the best of my ability.
While they're taking care of that, actually all 3 we have being promoted today are graduates of North High School. Good or bad? Well, yeah, I don't think that's happened before, where we've had that many promotions, all local products from Little Eastlake schools. Ken came to Eastlake following in the footsteps of his father and his uncle. His father retired as a detective from our department, and his uncle Tom retired as a lieutenant from our department. He came to us in 1999 as a part-time officer. In 2000, he became a full-time officer, and that started kind of a bumpy road with his employment with Eastlake. In 2007, he left when layoffs were imminent. He spent a little over a year in Lake Hill before he came back to us in 2008. And 2012, he was actually laid off. Fiscal emergency. He didn't have enough, so he came back. Later in that year, he was recalled, promoted sergeant in 2018. He's been a member of the Ohio Identification Officers Association, part of our SIU team since 2010. With that association. He's past president, he's current board member, so he is involved well beyond our department. And he credits his family and his mother particularly with supporting him and the man who he has become today. So, Lieutenant Roberts. Mike is being promoted from patrol to sergeant.
Constitution and laws of the state of Ohio. The ordinances of the city of East Lake. And to the best of my ability. Will discharge the duties. Of the office of police sergeant for the city of East Lake.
Okay, so like I said, Mike was also a product of North High. He graduated from the University of Mount Union in 2016. And while Mike there, he was part of a two-time national championship football team and a two-time All-American. Started his law enforcement career with Ohio Department of Natural Resources in 2017 and came to East Lake as a full-time officer in 2019. In his time with us, he has been a field training officer, range instructor, raider, and Alice instructor. He's part of the dive team and part of the U.S. Marshals Violent Fugitive Task Force. He's joined us here by his wife Kayla. They have a son, Odin, around here somewhere. And he's also joined by his parents, his brother, his grandparents, and all of them have given him tremendous support. I know he appreciates it. Very hot. Not you. Gary's also being promoted from patrol to sergeant.
I, Gary Hester,
Do solemnly swear or affirm.
do solemnly swear or affirm
That I will support the Constitution.
that I will support the Constitution
And the laws of the United States of America.
and the laws of the United States of America,
The Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the state of Ohio.
of the state of Ohio,
The ordinances of the city of East Lake.
the ordinances of the city of Eastlake,
And to the best of my ability.
and to the best of my ability,
Will discharge the duties of officer of police sergeant.
and will discharge the duties of officer, police sergeant,
For the city of East Lake.
for the city of Eastlake.
So Gary's joined by his wife Jen and their baby Jackson, who is 6 months, 7? Like I said, Gary also graduated from North High School. He first started the police academy in 2014 and worked as an auxiliary officer through to Notre Dame College before coming to us in May of 2016 as a full-time officer. He's been a field training officer as well, part of the Western Lake County Emergency Response Team. He's a DARE instructor and one of our voice stress analysis officers. As a side note, he's been involved in martial arts for over 35 years. He owns his own martial arts studio and is a highly decorated master. So he does have a lot of experience, and he's also joined by other family, like Gary House. As I finish up just real quick, I just want to say on behalf of Ken and Mike and Gary, again, thank you to all the family and all the friends who've come out to show support for these guys. You are the reason that they are here. As parents and family, you supported them in their decision to get into this career, and that makes all the difference in the world. And to everybody else, our Eastlake family, past and present, you guys are what helped make these guys who they are, and it is these guys that are going to carry on the department long after I'm gone, long after all us old guys are gone. And that's a credit to all you guys, all the Eastlake guys, and even the firemen. Again, thank you guys for your time. If you do want to stay for the council meeting, by all means. If not, I'll be there for you. Free to go.
All right. Thank you, Chief. All right, under legislation proposed, we have legislation number 0924-01, a resolution certifying that there are unpaid bills from the city of Eastlake and authorizing and directing the Lake County auditor to place these bills on tax duplicate for collection and declaring an emergency. Mr. Mayor?
Chandel gave me some notes here that these are surcharges for sewer charges from the restaurants and landscaping bills that have been paid.
Any questions for Mayor? Seeing none, we move on to legislation number 09-24-02, a resolution authorizing the mayor and director of finance to prepare and submit an application to participate in the Ohio Public Works Commission State Capital Improvement and for local transportation
for the Lakeland Boulevard Phase 2 project, it's for us to get the loan and some grant money, to continue that project next year.
Any questions? Want to take, number 3 also?
Sure.
So resolution authorizing the mayor and finance director to enter into an agreement with the Ohio Department of Transportation for the Lake Shore Boulevard State Route 283 Bridge project and declaring an emergency.
Yeah, so for this project, CT Consultants did the design, and ODOT needs the authorization to actually put the project out to bid, and then much like the Pine Street project, ODOT will run the project. It's for a bridge replacement, could call it culvert, but for the Chagrin River overflow channel along Lake Shore Boulevard.
Are there any questions for Mr. Rich? Seeing none, thank you. We'll move on to legislation number 09-24-04. An ordinance authorizing the issuance of a conditional use permit to Merkesh Agarwal's doing business as Loving Up Kids Academy, located at 36100 Portage Drive, Lake, Ohio, 44095, and declaring an emergency.
Yeah, this went to, planning commission last week, so they're here just for their final, CUP.
No issue.
No, planning didn't have anything.
Are there any questions for Mr. Webb?
Yes, Mr. President, I have a question for Mr. Webb. I received a concern from a couple of residents that live adjacent to that they have, painted it a very vivid purple, and they were kind of concerned, simply because of the residential area and where it's located. They were wondering if that's something that could be worked on with them, that perhaps could be toned down and just relay a message.
Well, I went today, because I made a phone call about that, one phone call, and I went, it was from the, condo development, which is further down the street, and you cannot see the, center until you get about 2 houses away from it. And then I went around Portage to, Portage Drive, and again, you can't see it, so I don't know what the concern was. I've gone by it, I've seen other people go by it, I don't understand what the concern is.
Okay, well, I explained that I would raise the issue and discuss with you, but I think that they were just concerned because they are one of the houses that are right there. And they were thinking it was just a little intrusive. All right.
Don't know what to say, but, just because I may feel it's good, other people may feel it's bad. I don't think you can please everybody by being color. So.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, any other questions? Okay. Adjourning this council as a whole committee meeting at 7:19 p.m. Calling the regular council meeting of September 24th, 2024, to order at 7:19 p.m. Ms. Schmidt, please lead us in the pledge of allegiance. United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Will the clerk please call the roll? Here.
Here.
Here. Here. Is there a motion to approve the agenda of the regular council meeting of September 24th, 2024?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Yes.
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 Yes, the motion is carried, the agenda is approved. Is there a motion to approve the minutes from the regular council meeting of September 10th, 2024?
So moved.
Whichever you want for second. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Yes.
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 Yes, the motion is carried, the minutes are approved. All Our next scheduled council of the whole meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, October 8, 2024, at 7 p.m. with the regular council meeting immediately following the adjournment of the council of the whole committee meeting. We're going to move on to motions. Ms. Schmidt, I believe you have a motion.
I do, thank you. I have a motion to appoint Lisa Marcelli to fill the open seat on ECDC.
Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Stelman?
Yes.
Mr. Katrina?
Yes.
Ms. Kreniak?
Yes.
Mr. Sonic?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes, the motion is carried, the appointment is approved. Ms. Crowley, I believe you have a motion.
Yes, a motion for liquor license transfer number 7273463 from Peterson Party Center to Regulus Catering LLC.
Is there a second to the motion? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Kreniak?
Yes.
Mr. Katrina?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Stelman?
Yes.
Mr. Sonic?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes, the motion is carried, the transfer is approved. Move on to communication and petitions. Do you have meetings? ECDC?
So we did have ECDC meeting this evening. We basically, went over our business lantern program that's gonna be happening over the next couple months, as well as creating a, kind of bucket list for the holiday season to encourage residents to go into different establishments. So all committee members and we're working on creating creative ideas to move forward that. The second thing that we are, we're trying to move forward with is getting a text to speak. So as we have our meetings, minutes can be easily done. So if anyone else has any suggestions, we would be open to that. For the lantern, Marilyn always has purchased the lantern and for the, plaque engraving. We are requesting, either a budget for that, or if somebody would like to step up and sponsor that, item. I can tell you, the last couple of years we've done it, the businesses are so proud to be able to display that, and it's just a super fun thing. So, besides that, we are also going over our resident list, activity list, and, Councilman, Sonic will be creating a park list to go with that, just to provide those, and I can, if anyone would like to see any of this, I can, send it to you. And that is it, the majority of the time.
I'm sorry? Yeah. You know, anybody have any questions for Ms. Schmidt? Ms. Schmidt, could you send, if you have a chance, could you send the cost, estimated cost for the lantern, you forward that to the mayor's office? And then the same thing with the, if you come up with the cost for the text to speak.
Okay.
I can't speak for the rest of the council, but depending on the cost, maybe it's something council might invest in for the future.
Thank you, I really appreciate that.
Certainly. Mr. Summit, I believe you have a board meeting.
Yeah, we did have a board authority meeting. They were very appreciative of the entries that you took care of, so they didn't fall into the river. Went over the budget, went over this calendar, next meeting on 10/17. That was pretty eventful.
Any questions for Councilman Summit? Seeing none, we'll move on to recognition of the public. Board's output for recognition of the public. I remind speakers that all of ours will be directed to the chair, and will not involve personalities, and are limited to 3 minutes per person, 30 minutes total. And we have one individual signed up to speak. Mr. Gold, would you like to come up? You could state your name and address for the record, please.
Yeah, it's Richard, 35957 Columbus. If you don't mind, I'll cover my neighborhood communication about it. Right on top. Today is another sad day for this city. We lost another great mayor, not to death, but to the bullying of this city council. Instead of working together, some of you are dead set on your personal agendas, lying, plotting in secret against each other. Mr. Myers, I don't care about your past. I care about the future of this city as a business owner. I hope you can weather the storm and move forward, because I have seen screenshots from members of this city council posting on their private Facebook group of an armed calling for your hit today. By the way, that violates the sunshine law, which leads me into the segue. I have Mr. President, I have evidence of half of the people sitting up there that have violated this. Well, it's time to get your house in order before I go. If you'd like to talk to me more about this, I'll be happy to do it. This is not the time or place. Some of you are embarrassed. You should hold your head down in shame because you made my city a laughing stock. Shame on all of you.
Thank you, Mr. Gold. Is there anyone else who wishes to address council at this time? Okay, seeing no one. Will the clerk please read legislation number 09-24-01?
A resolution certifying that there are unpaid bills owed to the city of Eastlake and authorizing and directing the Lake County Auditor to place these bills on the tax duplicate for collection of payment and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rule requiring separate readings and readings? Is there a second? Yes. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Schmidt? Yes. Mr. Semick?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Ms. Kraniak?
Yes.
Mrs. Selman? Yes. Mr. Myers?
Yes. Is there a motion to adopt?
Move to adopt.
Is there a second? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Schmidt? Yes. Mr. Semick?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Ms. Kraniak?
Yes.
Mrs. Selman? Yes. Mr. Myers?
Yes. Will the clerk please, the motion is carried, the legislation is adopted. Excuse me. Will the clerk please read legislation number 09-24-02?
A resolution authorizing the mayor and director of finance to prepare and submit an application to participate in the Ohio Public Works Commission State Capital Improvement and/or Local Transportation Improvement Program, and to execute contracts when required and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rule requiring separate readings and readings in full? Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Semick?
Yes.
Mrs. Selman?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Ms. Kraniak?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt? Yes. Mr. Myers?
Yes. Is there a motion to adopt? Move to adopt. Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Semick?
Yes.
Mrs. Selman?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Ms. Kraniak?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes. The motion is carried, the legislation is adopted. Will the clerk please read legislation number 09-24-03?
A resolution authorizing the mayor and finance director to enter into an agreement with the Ohio Department of Transportation for the Lakeshore Boulevard State Route 283 Bridge Project and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rule requiring separate readings and readings in full? Is there a second? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Mr. Semick?
Yes.
Ms. Kraniak?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt? Yes. Mrs. Selman?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes. Is there a motion to adopt? Is there a second? Yes. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Mr. Semick?
Yes.
Ms. Kraniak?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mrs. Selman?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes. And the motion is carried, the legislation is adopted. Will the clerk please read legislation number 09-24-04?
An ordinance authorizing the issuance of a conditional use permit to Rakesh Agarwal doing business as Loving Cup Kids Academy located at 36100 Portage Drive, Eastlake, Ohio 44095, and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rule requiring separate readings and readings in full?
So moved.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Kraniak?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Mrs. Selman?
Yes.
Mr. Semick?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes. Is there a motion to that?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Yes.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Kraniak?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Mrs. Selman?
Yes.
Mr. Semick?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes. The motion is carried, the legislation is adopted. We don't have any legislation pending, we have no unfinished new business, We don't have any new business, we'll move on to administrative reports. Our first report is from our Mayor and Safety Director, Jim Overstreet.
Thank you, Mr. President. This being my first council meeting as president, only being in the job less than 24 hours, I was going to make this statement during my president's report. Since I'm no longer president, I'll do it now. I need to just say how disappointed I am in this council. For Mayor Spotton had this job given to him after Mayor Moore died. Since that time, members of this council have thought it necessary to attack him personally, professionally, financially, by trying to go after his pay, go after his records at the college, even after the law director has made his decision. This is unacceptable, and it does nothing to move the city forward. Then, there's the legislation that was proposed to give workers in City Hall $500 payment for having to work without air conditioning, which is now going into 6 months. This was not even, didn't even make it to a vote, which basically tells the administration and council doesn't care. I found out today that our finance director was buying water and popsicles out of her own pocket to give people that work in City Hall. I'd like to see this council stop the bickering so we can get this city moving forward. With that, I'm open for questions.
Any questions for that? All right, say nothing, thank you, Mr. Mayor. We'll move on to our fire chief, Ted Lincoln.
No report.
Any questions for the fire chief? Okay. We'll move on, thank you, chief. We'll move on to our police chief, Michael Warner.
Thank you. So I've only been in my position for just over a week. A lot of that's just been kind of organizing stuff in-house, but that doesn't mean that we don't need to move forward as well. As of next Wednesday, when I have another officer leaving, I'm going to be down to 25 total officers. I need to hire 4 immediately to be where we were at in February. And that doesn't include where I think we need to be. We are currently running shift minimums of 2 officers and a supervisor for up to 18 hours a day. When I got hired in 1995, we had 30 officers on the department. In 1970, we had 30 officers on the department. For us to have 25 officers today with the environment, everything else that law enforcement deals with, really needs to be addressed. We're looking at trying to attract lateral transfers. The past 9 days, I've had conversations with 2 separate mayors at this point about memorandum of understanding for union contract to start to attract some of those. So I'm hoping within the next couple of weeks we can get that going and actually get a couple of people hired to kind of stem that flow. So that's personnel-wise what I'm looking at doing. Aside from that, we have a gentleman, Rich Seiler, who is offering our department a therapy canine dog at no cost to the city. He did the same thing for University Circle Police Department a year ago, and he's done it for many other departments, both police and otherwise. The only thing that the city would have to do is give him a tax deduction form for fair value cost of what that would be for the dog. Dog comes to us fully trained, and would be a tremendous asset to the department. I only have preliminary information on that, but I know he is looking to move forward with that donation within the next 2 months. I would like to throw that out to council. Like I said, all he's asking is for documentation of the donation, which he said cost to him with training and raising the dog to the point where it is vet bills and everything is between $10,000, which I think a piece of paper that says we appreciate your donation at this value is a no-brainer for the city. I'd like to see council consider that. I really have nothing else at this point. We're going to open questions.
Any questions for the chief?
So I think their big dog is amazing. So who would, kind of handle the dog? And would it be going into situations where maybe the children, or would it kind of, is it for people who experience traumatic?
Yeah, it's really an all-purpose, the dog can hang around the station all day,
Okay.
as people come to make reports or make statements, the dog can go and sit with them, and they can pet the dog, it can hang out with the officers.
Okay.
You know, police officers have bad days too, dispatch, but it can also go, to a house, it can interact with victims, really aren't many limits to what the dog can do. And should the dog experience something that may give a cause, Mr. Seiler will take the dog back, re-zero it with the training, and bring it back to us. And that's at no additional cost.
That's amazing.
And as far as who would handle it, he recommends that it not be one of the regular patrol officers, because they're working 12-hour shifts in rotation anyway, so it would probably fall on one of our staff officers. But we would have an interview process with Mr. Seiler to determine the best.
I'll second what Angela is saying. University Circle is great. I think the doctor just had it up in Walmart, and it was really neat to see, and it's a fantastic thing. And welcome, congratulations.
Chief, why don't, a suggestion, maybe have Mr. Simon come in and, give a presentation to council and bring up to speed on everything, and any members all like that would like to come in and see what he does and sometime in the future. All right, great, thank you, Chief.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
So, is there a timeline on when you need to access, like when he has to hand over the dog? Like, is there some, I'm not,
He will be ready as early as October 16th. The dog's name is Peanut, and Peanut is 11 months old and still has, I believe he still wants to get Peanut spayed before she would be ready. So he's looking at October 16th as an absolute earliest date, but it could be any time after that as well.
Anyone else? All right. Thank you, Chief. We're going to move on to our Chief Building Official for the moment.
Just wish, the mayor and the police chief good luck with their new starts. You may have seen we've had a house that was in, bad shape on, 349th Street. I'll just say between, Stevens and Glen. It's amazing what it looks like today. So, got cleaned up, and a lot of the neighbors have called and said they're very appreciative. It's taken a while to move on. Finally, hopefully it stays that way. That's it.
Are there any questions for, Mr. Mann? Thank you, Mr. Mann. We'll move on to our Service Director, Kevin Costello.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would also like to welcome and congratulate Chief Warner and Mayor Overstreet. I look forward to working together with you in order to move the city forward. I thank you for stepping up into the position for the city and the residents. And with that being said, a couple of things for you. Obviously, you noticed we have the marquee has been delivered and set up and operational in front of the fire department. I think it's a very good addition to the city. It's extremely nice. We have received word that the spray park contractors will be on site the week of October 4th. They originally told us the end of October. I told them that wasn't good enough. We'll be in snow by the time they're done. So they did agree to be here the week of the 4th of October. So hopefully we have a fighting chance to get that done before winter sets in. We're also in the process of something that's bothered me for a long time that I just can't stand. It does possibly cause some issues for one of our businesses, but the cattails and the Phragmites along the side of Route 91 between Curtis stormwater, and the Lake County, it's basically part of the health department, but it's a stormwater inspection that they come through the garage and the grounds. They check a variety, numerous things to make sure we're not leaking anything into the storm sewer system. It's the salt piles, the tires, the dumpsters, the oils, the gas, the fuel. And when they concluded their walkthrough this year, their words, not mine, but it was the best it's ever been. So I want to thank the guys for that, because that's 100% them keeping up with everything. And that concludes my report. Now for questions.
First question from the service company. I have one. Are they planning to install the water features this fall, or is that what you wait till spring?
I believe it's all supposed to be done with this company.
Okay.
Again, you know, I think I mentioned before, when those meetings took place, I was not involved.
Correct.
So I know there's two different types of spray parts. One's potable water, which is just continuously running. Ours is a recirculating system. There was only one contractor in the tri-state area that installs the recirculating style, which is what we have. And they're supposed to do everything, including the install of, you know, they continue running the pipes, they put the system itself in, all the pumps, the recirculating pumps, everything, and the fixtures themselves. So I anticipate that, yes, it will be everything. But that's the best I can do for you.
Okay.
No, sir.
Are there any questions, other questions from the service company?
We checked.
Yes.
So for the street work, after everything is installed and working, whose responsibility is, like, do you have to winterize it?
Yes.
Okay, and is that gonna fall in the service line, or with the bring maybe in for that?
We'll see.
Okay.
One of the two, yes.
Any other questions? Thank you, Mr. Casella. We'll move on to our city engineer, Brian Lelouch.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of council, Mr. Mayor. Construction season is going to be wrapping up around Thanksgiving, which is coming up quickly. I expect a lot of the paving projects to be wrapping up before then, and just driving through the city. Looks like all contractors on all projects are making good progress for what they're supposed to be doing right now. As well as some of the projects that are going to be getting started or just getting started. So I expect a flurry of activity, and hopefully they can get everything back on track with the traveling public before Thanksgiving. With that, I'm available for questions.
Are there any questions for our engineer? Okay. Seeing none, thank you, Mr. Lelouch. We'll move on to our law director, Randy Clement.
Thank you, Mr. President. We've learned anything from the passing of the Mayor Morley and Mayor Spotted resignation is the importance of making sure we choose good council presidents. So I'm glad we've always taken this seriously, because no one could commit to that. So I know we're good hands with Mayor Overstreet, just like we were good hands with Mayor Spotted. We've been through this a few times now, just to remind everybody, obviously, there's now a council vacancy, so there's a 3-day period to fill that and call the mayor. I was in at 8 o'clock to swear the mayor, and Kevin was already in there talking about the YMCA, swimming pool, something that happens with boilers, and I think you also talked about recreation. So before 8:45, the mayor was already being called up to speed on a couple of different things. We have one BWC case, I think, from a service department employee, when they're bringing the mayor up on, I mentioned it a couple times, we posted an auditor inquiry about our transfer of some ARPA funds that we received in 2023. So I'm helping Carolina with that. And I know that, Judy will bring the mayor up on what was going on with BP, so we can get back on top of that. But other than that,
Any questions for our auditor? Okay. Seeing none. Thank you, Mr. Clement.
President.
Anything else? All right. Meeting was at the